Manifestor, and welcome to your reading for the week of December 9th to the 15th, 2024. But know that if you are finding this at a later date, you are definitely still in the right place. As with all readings, take what serves you well and just let go of the rest. One of the most comforting things about being human is that we have free will choice. So no matter what messages Spirit has for us this week, we always have the power to change them. Okay, so this week, I'm going to start with a Oracle of the Fairies card, followed by a Messages from the Mermaids card, and then we will consult our friends at the tarot within the tarot with a past, present, and future reading for this week. Okay, Manifestor, let's see what we've got going on this week. All right, so what guidance Spirit does the do the fairies have for us this week? And the answer is precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Okay, so I have to mention this. One of my nicknames amongst my friends is Clockwork. Okay, so my nickname is Clockwork because I love to set timers and I don't like wasting time, and I like to really measure time. My watch it's so interesting, and one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about keeping time is that I have something called stoppers syndrome. There's a longer name for it. I think it's German, but essentially what happens is that with my energy, like how my energy is in my body, I cannot wear a regular watch. I kill them, right? So my energy aligns with the quartz, and then it actually makes the quartz stop working. Let me know if you have this. Because I have met a few other people who have this condition. We discovered it when I was about 13 because I kept going through watches, and then I just didn't wear one for years. I didn't wear one for a really long time. And so I always just had a natural internal sense of time and my clock and internal clock and whatnot. So I trusted a lot, right? And then cell phones came out, and all of a sudden I had a timepiece on my body almost all the time. And now I actually use my Garmin watch, which I got for when I was training for a marathon. But I use the timer on it all the time. So this is a great card for me. I don't know, it's a great card for you. But we're being reminded that time is precious. And indeed, you know what? Time is the great equalizer because we all have the exact same amount of it, right? Nobody has more time than others. People say and how we choose to use our time is really interesting. Okay, that's a very interesting concept to me. As people say, I'm always running out of time, but it's time is just about priorities, how we use it, right? So interesting enough. Yep. So time, there we are. It's also part of the Pentacles time, right? Because it is a resource. Okay. The Mermaids, and we have mystery. Okay, dokie. Okay, manifestors. So there's a bit of mystery in some sort of area this week of life. The tarot will help us flesh that out. But this card is gorgeous. She's these cards are very watercolory, right? Which makes a lot of sense. They're mermaids, they're all underwater. But there's a lot of sense of flow in the art of these. And but mysteries come into our lives all the time. Little ones, again, they don't have to be these giant, enormous things. It can just be what are we having for dinner? It could be a mystery, oh my goodness. Okay, so tarot, past, present, future for us manifestors. Let's see what we have got. I'm calling in that the mystery, we'll get some signs as to the mystery with this. Okay, past. Okay, in the past we have the Five of Swords. Now fives are about change, right? So we've got a change, And this is a card, like the overarching kind of feeling of this card is like a sour win, right? Or like, so there's been like a victory in the past, but it didn't quite like sit well with us, right? So it's like, maybe we got it in kind of like a shady way. Maybe there was some like bullying that happened, whether it was us or other people, right? So, but there's been some conflict but it hasn't been like an honorable battle, if you know what I mean, right? And it's also been like, I'm getting strongly that it's a battle of words. Okay, so there's been a conflict in the past where there was like a battle of words, because of course our swords are about the mental plane, also about communication. So I'm getting very strongly that it was like an argument. There was something in the past where and it's like you won, but it didn't feel like winning. You know what I mean? Okay, because that can happen, right? We're like, yeah. And sometimes, whenever, like, I talk about this quite a bit in my practice when we're talking with I talk with teenagers all day long, right? So it's like, you have this conflict that you're predicting, right? That you're predicting that you're going to have some conflict with somebody, or you have it, and so you're thinking about it, but you haven't actually talked to the person yet. And so you make up a dialogue, right? Like we tell ourselves stories all day long. It's part of it's our internal dialogue. It's our self-talk. But we also like make up scenarios. And so often we'll be like, okay, well, when I see them, I'm going to be like, well, I'm going to be like this, and they're going to be like this, and I'm going to be like this, and they're going to be like this. And so we make up this whole, like dialogue that we think that is going to happen. And then of course, when we get together with that person, and like, it doesn't go that way at all, right? And so we've actually expended all of this energy on something that's fiction that we can't control. So anyways, that just came through for me. But in the past, there has been this, and let's take a look at the future, the present. In the present, okay, we love this card. Okay, so this is the Four of Wands, and it is a very stable card. Okay, so fours are typically very stable. As we get, like, there's four legs on a table, there's four on a really solid chair, there's four legs as well. And so this is typically in home or at work. There is like a happy, really solid scenario. If you are planning on getting married, congratulations, because this can also be a card of a wedding. But this is a very blissful card to receive in the present. It just means that things are quite stable in the home or at work, or both. I'll actually clarify this to see kind of which area it is, but I'll do that after I do the future card. Okay, so we've got, it's really lovely. There's a lot of celebration or a milestone, okay? I'm getting that too, okay? In the present, there is some sort of milestone that is happening that is like a really solid achievement, okay? There's a solid achievement maybe for you as well. So like I said, again, I'll expand on this one because I'm very curious about it. And okay, and then we have the future. Damn, okay. The King of Pentacles this week. Okay, so I love, like, the King of Pentacles is very wise and he's very wealthy. And so look at all this lush greenery around him. He is in control of his pentacle, right? He is ruling this. This is honestly my like, yes, daddy card. Okay, so it does not have to be a male figure, but when we embody the confidence and the abundance, so this is a very much of like being in control of your abundance, and knowing that. So there's abundance coming in, okay, but also like the lesson here though is to be very comfortable with it. Okay, so to be very comfortable and also like deeply understand that you deserve it. Okay, so the lack mentality was one of the hardest things for me to get over to work through, because we don't really get over things, we work through them, right? So like to work through was my my abundance, my feelings around abundance. Now I totally relate to this card. Actually, I think the Nine of Pentacles is like my card in the deck. It comes up a lot for me personally, and it's a card of luxury, so I'm like not complaining. But also it reflects like how I feel about my life. So in order to get here though, manifestor, you are going to have to believe it. And so there's the amount of like money activations and like, abundance and like there's like dozens, if not hundreds on YouTube. And I would recommend that you start listening to some of those if you feel that if you're not quite here yet. The journey to you getting there is, that's the mystery. Okay. The journey's not the mystery. The mystery is like you unveiling how to do this, right? Ooh, I got to come back to time and stuff. Okay. Well, love it. Okay. So, time has a lot to do with this. Okay. So remember that time is a resource as well. And so if you start to prioritize different things, you're going to get here. Now, again, we've got this beautiful present. Actually, let's clarify that right now. Okay. Because I promised I would, and I do what I say. Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, there's a bunch that just came out. Okay. The one that landed on the other cards is the Lovers. All right. And the Lovers is a card that doesn't come up in my readings very often, but basically there is a choice. Okay. So in either your work or your home, there is a significant choice and commitment. Oh, wow. This is coming strong personally for me right now. Okay. So holy crap. The manifestor readings always end up being for me, but like, because I'm a manifestor, but like, this is really significant in what's happening in my life right now. Okay. So, but for you, I'm going to sum up. Okay. So there have been words in the past, but you feel like you won, but you feel like you didn't really win. Presently, there is a stable home or work scenario, but it's time to make a commitment in one direction or the other. Okay. So there's something to do here. And I'm going to have to think about this. Okay. So the mystery is, which direction are you going to go with this choice? Okay. With this choice, but the decision that you make is going to lead to a significant amount of comfort, abundance. Like there's like a leadership happening here. Like it's like you'll be in control of your finances. Okay. You'll be in control of your finances in the future, but have that faith with the Lovers card that you're making the right choice. Wow. I got some things to think about this week, and I hope you do too. Okay. Bye.